Have you ever thought of writing a book? How many times do people tell you, oh, well, I've been thinking about that and maybe one day and all of it. And I'm just like, okay, so I'm that one that's like, okay, so what's holding you back? What reasons have you heard for why people have not written their book yet? And
I
give
think
me two things that they can do to overcome that.
the main thing is that they don't have a writing background, which is common. Everyone is telling them, "Oh my gosh, the life that you've lived, that you need to write a book." Like a friend of mine, I was doing a produce giveaway at my church, and I've known her since I was in the fifth grade. She was in the third. She said, "Girl, I've been going through some stuff, and I really need to write a book. You need to write my story." I said, "No, we can write it. We will collaborate on it."
Right.
So they feel as though they don't have the ability to write. They're overwhelmed by that. So your solution is to find and collaborate with someone who does have a writing background that can help you, because giving your book over to someone to write, while yes, there are people that get their books ghostwritten and that is a thing, the authenticity of it though comes from you, your voice. And so that's why I think that, as people are urging you to write your book and share your story, they want to hear from you, not a ghostwriter, right? So
Mhm.
you need to be able to own, okay, I'm going to set aside this many hours a month to sit down and work on this book. So whether I bring in a collaborator, even if it's just me showing this scene as vividly as I can from my memory and then giving it to an experienced writer to elaborate on, whether it is doing a voice memo where I'm talking to the reader personally and then handing it over to an experienced writer. But your dialect and your tone and your voice should be a part of that project, because that influences the product project, and people who know you that are buying the book from you want that experience. They want to extend the experience of you. And in doing that and being authentic and being tied to your project, that, gives that reader that ability to connect with you even further.
So you just mentioned throwing yourself into the project. So speak to the authors who are considering being the voice of their own audiobooks.
So audiobooks are one of those projects that are a little tricky because it has to be done a certain way. There are certain expectations, especially those that are avid audiobook listeners, such as myself. The voice is off, it's going to throw off the story for me. A lot of the times I try to zone out and be like, okay, but if I'm not connecting with the voice, then it's hard. There are a lot of cadences that we have as authors, and or excuse me, as just as people. If I have an audiobook reader that says the Black Don't Crack Book Spines Club, online book club, books binding belonging. This book club meets on Zoom at 2 p.m. Eastern on the last Sunday of each month.